Hello, hi there. In one of my last videos, I talked about how God gave me access to two very esteemed men of God, and one of them is the General Overseer of the Redeemed Church, Pastor A. Adeboye, and I talked about him in the last video and how God used him to pray for my son, and how God healed my son from autism. This was around 2008 or thereabouts, yeah. So, and I said I was going to talk about the other man of God I met. I believe it was in 2002, and his name is Pastor Dr. Daniel Olukoya. I believe he's the general overseer of the MFM Church, Mountain Fire Miracle Church worldwide. So in this video, I want to talk about how God gave me favor to meet with him and how he prayed for my daughter. Like I said, it was in 2002, I believe. It's quite a long time now. So I had a retail business back then, and the business wasn't really performing well. Also, when I heard that the church was having a crusade in Wexford, so I said I was going to go for that crusade, and everything was fine. You know, there were signs and miracles and all that happened there. So the next day, I heard there was another crusade in Dublin, and I wanted to attend that crusade. So when I got back home, so I wanted to freshen up, change my clothes, and go with my family for the next crusade. So at one point in time, my daughter went to the bathroom, and when she came out, she was complaining of ear pain. So I was trying to know if she had stuck anything in her ears. So she said no. I said, "Are you sure you didn't try to use the cotton bud to clean your ears?" She said no. So I used my telephone, the mobile phone flashlight to check, and I saw that the ear looks okay. And I said, okay, probably when we're going for the crusade, I will stop over in a pharmacy and see probably if you can get painkillers, or maybe antibiotics or whatever, eardrop or whatever they feel is necessary to ease the pain, because I thought it was just a temporary thing, or the pain was temporal. But as time went on, she kept on, almost crying, and she was really, really in pain. So I said, okay, it's very, very early in the morning. So I think probably this was like maybe around 4 or 5 o'clock or thereabouts. So I said, I can't take you to the hospital unless, because it doesn't look serious, at least for now. So I said, okay, let me do a quick ironing to get ready and all. So she was now seated on our bed. I think she was about 2 years or thereabouts. So she was actually sitting towards the headboard of the bed. So I wanted to quickly do some ironing. I'm not too sure why I didn't use the ironing board. So I was ironing my clothes, and all of a sudden it was like if something held my hands, and that iron just dived towards my daughter, and the iron actually came towards her thigh. But I believe that, as every of you will know, as parents, when anything is happening to your child, that instinct, so before the iron was getting in contact with her thigh have already jumped and held that iron and pull it back. So it was just a little impact that it had. So she started crying, my thigh. So the mother came in, looked at it, I think she used water or something like that, and I put Vaseline or something. But thank God, there was no scar on her leg. So after a while, she said she was fine and all. So we're not getting ready for the program, but the ear pain was still constant and it was actually increasing. So I was actually getting worried. So we now drove in the morning, early hours in the morning. We now drove to Dublin. I believe it was the RDS or something like that. So it's a very big hall. So the crusade was done there. So at the end of the crusade, I wasn't expecting anything. So my daughter was still saying, "Daddy," my ear. So I said, okay, by faith, let me just, ask them to pray for her. So people were already leaving. So I saw a random pastor who was passing by, and I said, "Excuse me, sir, are you part of the team?" He said, "Yes." "Please, can you pray for my daughter? She's been having this ear pain since early hours of this morning." So he now said, "My apologies, sir. I'm actually on an errand." So he now directed me to another pastor. So I went up to that pastor. "Sir, can you pray for my daughter? She's been having this ear pain, since the early hours of this morning." He now said, "Okay." He now passed me to another pastor. So just then, I found myself standing before I think he was the head of the Mount of Fire Miracle Church here in Dublin back then. His name is Pastor Anthony Eziachi. A very, very distinguished man of God, very unassuming. God bless you, sir. He's still a personal friend to this day. So I said, "Sir, my daughter, her ears, she's having this ear pain since early hours of this morning when we came back from the crusade in Wexford." So he now said, "Okay, I said, "Peter, okay, let the Jew just pray for her." So immediately I was standing before the man of God, Pastor Daniel Olukoya. So I believe my wife actually saw me on the altar with them. So immediately I saw her. She shows up and she was standing beside me. So I now brought my daughter before the man of God, and he laid his hands on that ear, and he rebuked that pain in the name of Jesus with a shout. Instantaneously, that pain left my daughter. That child is already an adult. She's working now, and from that day, she has never, from that particular altar, she never said anything but that pain till today, till tomorrow. So for me, it is not about just wanting to talk about this man of God, but I believe that there's a place in the Bible, I think it's in Luke, I think it's 17 or thereabout, I'm not too sure now, that talks about Jesus said, "Was it not 10 that were healed? How come only one came to say thank you? Where are the other 9? So for me, it's just a thing of gratitude, because he didn't have to pray for my daughter. And probably these two pastors, Pastor Adeboye and Pastor Daniel Olukoya, they probably would not even remember this particular encounters with me or with my daughter, my son in the other video. But they just, God just gave them the grace to pray for my children, and they were healed. So I just want to, for me, it's just a heart of appreciation that is making this video. And they didn't ask me for money. They didn't ask me to sow a seed. They didn't even ask me my name. They did not even ask me if I was a member of the church before they prayed. So I feel it's a commendable thing to talk about these things.